Alright, hello and welcome back to our third installment of James Plays Final Fantasy So You Don't Have To. On our last episode, we walked around a lot. We found a person that doesn't have an eye, that needs an eye. We came into town, we found some pirates, and we dispatched them with relative ease. And now we have a pirate ship. I ended up after the episode was over, grinding up so I could have the best items for my characters, or at least the best ones I can buy, as well as magic. I got all cut up on magic, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna take a walk outside of town and we're gonna jump on our ship. This is a really interesting point in a lot of RPGs, and I feel like it's a big kind of make or break point for RPGs. So when you have a closed world, right, and you're essentially leading the players forward, it's fairly easy to control, right? Like you have your people and you walk them in a direction and they go in that direction. And you don't really have to worry about them getting sidetracked because, oh, a buccaneer, he's like a stronger pirate. Because there's essentially only one place to go. And maybe if there's a couple of side dungeons, like, that's fine, but also, okay, not too bad. Like, 2 buccaneers would be shitty there. Because they can either wander into those areas or not. Oh, here's a port. Ports look like this, by the way. We'll probably be running into a lot of them. They're the only place that you can dock your boat. So, like, when you open up your world map, you really have to be careful the way it's crafted because you want to give the illusion of the perspective of the character or the player widening at that point. You know, you want them to feel like they have this new freedom, while at the same time not actually giving them that freedom, because if they could just go anywhere, then they're gonna end up at the final dungeon, and they're not gonna know why, you know. In the case of this game, since it does very little to point you in the right direction of where you're supposed to be going, my guess is that they had not fully thought that out. In a little bit more, ooh, ogres, we haven't seen them for a while. In a little bit more story-based game, obviously, you would have more of a direction, right? You would walk into town, pirates would be like, oh, we're pirates, and you'd kill them. They'd be like, oh no, here's our pirate ship. And then, like, somebody would be like, hey, now that you've got a pirate ship, you can go sail and see the crystal. And you'd be like, oh, cool, I can sail north and see the crystal. And even if you wanted to explore the water a little bit, that would be cool. And maybe you could find some, like, hidden dungeons or something. But you'd still have an objective. Whereas in this game, you're kind of just, well, there's a ship. Hope you can find your way. Which is unfortunate. Again, though, like I said in the last couple of episodes, like, early video games are kind of really unfinished business, especially in comparison to games as we understand them and know them now. You know, they were still trying out a lot of stuff, still figuring out what works, what's a good idea, what's not a good idea. So, yeah. Here we are in Elfheim, which I'm really hoping. Oh. Well, I guess I'll try. I'm hoping this is the place where we're supposed to be going. This is an inn with some, actually, now that I'm noticing, kind of morbid paintings on the walls of crosses and gravestones. So that's a little bit weird. Let's take a quick peek at our buccaneer. Just to look at him really quick. Buccaneer. He has... oh, he drops a saber, which might be cool. Resistance to quake, which is not something we've run into yet. Okay, cool. cool buccaneer. Oh. We don't really need to stay in the inn, so no problem there. And let's look at what kind of cool spells we get here. So we're already... Oh, Jesus. We're up into 3rd level spells now, so that's cool. But good lord, are they expensive. And I only fought 1 battle on my way here. So either they're expecting you to, I don't know, do a lot more wandering, I guess. Or they're expecting you to spend some time grinding, which is awful, because grinding is the worst. Here are weapons that are universally bad for everyone except for the dagger. Which I kind of thought my Black Mage already had, but maybe it's a knife and not a dagger. Yeah, that's odd. I guess maybe on the off chance that you hadn't had enough money to buy the things, the top tier equipment in the last town, and you happen to sail over here while you're looking for whatever it is you are supposed to be doing, you could supplement your equipment with slightly lower tier stuff. Oh. Well, okay. That seems like a strange choice, but alright. We'll go with it. Got iron armor. Got copper armlet. Something we haven't come across so far. Shields, which I think are also stuff we haven't seen yet. And then hats. We finally come across our first head equipment, which is exciting. So we'll get a couple of leather caps for our mages, and a couple of helms for our fighters. And I don't have enough for a shield, but... Oh, I guess we had leather shields before. Definitely have never had hats, though. Hat. Other hat. This lowers their evasion. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Huh. So maybe... Because I've been curious about the weight stat that it shows when you're buying something. Maybe weight affects your evasion. That could be a thing. But increases your defense. Interesting. Item shop. More elf guys. Oh. Okay. Alright. I mean, I don't know why you were expecting people to be walking around in caves, but I guess that makes sense. Here's another white magic shop. Oh no, this is a white magic shop. Oh shit. They have 4th level spells here. For even more money. Holy crap. This is ridiculous. Okay, well, I guess. So obviously something's happened to the prince. This is another 4th level black magic spell. I wonder if they expect us to, maybe we'll be spending some time here. That's why. Oh, he's also a sage. Or they, I guess, since we don't really know their gender. What do you say? Well, I might be surprised. I might not be, though. Mithril is usually a pretty high quality crafting material in video games. Okay, so looks like we've seen everything that needs... Oh, this is church. Cool. Interestingly enough, the guy at the church is not an elf, even though everyone else is. Probably for sake of ease on the cartridge. Memory space. Alright, so this is the Elven Castle. I guess we're probably supposed to... I will definitely attempt to. I can't promise that I will, but I can definitely attempt to. Seems reasonable. That looks suspiciously... Oh, nope, this door opens. Okay. Prince has been slept under Astos' curse for 5 years now. I honestly don't know. He just says these, because he's asleep. That makes sense. What do you say, elf man? Gosh, if I had any sort of names for anything, that would make sense to me. But it doesn't. Okay. So Astos is the dark elf. He stole the castle's treasure. Okay, so somebody mentioned a cave. That might be worth checking out. Oh, goblin guards and werewolves. That sounds kind of scary. I don't think we've come across them yet. They don't seem too powerful, though. Oh, I forgot to equip my friend with his dagger. It's not giving me... Oh, shit. Choice now, though. So that's interesting. These enemies don't seem to be presenting too much of a challenge. Goblins still go down pretty easy. Werewolves still pretty easy to take out. So that's nice. I thought I got a dagger. Maybe I didn't. Maybe that is... I had a dagger before and I got a knife? I don't know. I'm doing this after work, so I'm a little... My brain is a little bit fuzzy. Oh! Something that I learned from looking on the internet. Remember back in Matoya's cave when the brooms talk to you and you talk to them and they're like, swishy, swoop, swoop. And then they say, press the run button, but it's backwards. Oh, it's not doing it. You're supposed to be able to hold down the run button and make the world map appear. Oh, nope, that's not it. This is definitely the run button. Huh, weird. I don't know why that's happening. Okay, well, onward to our journey. We're gonna go see if we can find that cave, I think. We'll find some gigas worms. We already know what's up with them. I do have a fast forward button for this game, which I think I will utilize just to cut down on the monotony of the battles a little bit. Because the encounter rate is still off the charts. Wargs and wolves, not too much of a big deal for us now. Should definitely have... I'm just starting to get out of range of my first healing spell for usefulness. That's kind of exciting. Actually, let's take a quick peek at... So we've got werewolves now. Who are slightly cooler wargs or regular wolves. We've got... These are organized kind of curiously. Where's my goblin? Maybe we'd already fought in goblin guards. Goblin Guard. Oh yeah. Okay, so they're not new enemies. They're old news to us. It's weird. I read an article online that said that if you hold down the run button on the world map, that it would actually pop up a map for you. Oh, there it goes. Huh. And it points out all the places we've gone, I think. Yeah, okay. You can zoom in, and you can look around. See, that's so helpful. I bet... Oh, and this thing is glowing. I wonder... Oh, that's me. That's me. And this is the ship. So we can see that there's obviously something here. And there's something up here. That's nice. Okay, so we're going to keep on going up and see if we can find that square? Whatever that is. Boop, 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 boop. We're going to pick up some money on the way, which will hopefully help us when we head back to town. Ooh, a cobra. I've seen cobras before. They seem to be not too much trouble either. Cool. Although they probably poison you, which is rather stupid. I hate poison. Especially in old games, because old games like to do the pervasive poison, even on the world map, where you slowly take damage as you walk, which in a game like this could be potentially pretty debilitating. Okay. Nope. So it's hold down run button and then press select. Is what it is. This is a whole lot of nothing. Huge party, but pretty weak enemies, so not a big deal. Levels up. Like it. Ogre, no big deal. Oh, I should heal Ozzy, I guess. He's looking a little under the weather. Yeah, but as soon as your like first healing spell or your first like type of healing item starts to lose potency, that's always kind of a big step in RPGs. Oh, yep, there's the poison. Yep, there it is. God, that's obnoxious. Luckily, I brought an antidote with me. Thank goodness. I may have to buy more of those in town, which is obnoxious. Alright. Got a potion. What do we got over here? That one guy did mention a cave. Maybe, oh, tarantula. That's a cooler version of whatever spider enemy we found in the Chaos Shrine. Cobras. There you are. You give us no treasure. Cool. And then where is tarantula? Here we go. Cool. This Sahagan. I don't actually know how you pronounce that word. Sahagan, maybe. Sea hag, basically. Is something that I found on the boat while I was leveling, and same with Big Eyes, which actually look pretty different than their later iterations. Usually Big Eyes are giant bat creatures that... Oh, this is cool. This is the Marsh Cave. Oh, there are bats. Cool. Okay, well, let's drop a save outside of the Marsh Cave and see what's up here. Oh, do I... Partially restores the party's HP. I guess I don't really... No. And I did save the game, so in case that's the wrong choice. God, I really hope this is where I'm supposed to be going. Probably is, huh? Doors! Oh, okay, there's a ladder down. Not going to take that yet, just on the off chance that there's some cool treasures I can open. No enemies, interestingly enough. That must be why that guy was like, whoa, I found a cave and not a soul was in it. It was creepy, so I ran away. It's also really interesting this... Oh. So there's a staircase down. And then there was that ladder going down over here. Let's check that out first, I think. Oh, here's a battle. I'm surprised I went that long without getting one. Green slime. Doesn't look that tricky. Oh god. Ooh, I wonder if these are like proto Flan. Flan are an enemy that you see pretty frequently throughout the series. And they're usually elementally attuned. There's like Water Flan, Ice Flan, Thunder Flan, stuff like that. In the earlier games, I think they're usually just one element. In like Final Fantasy X specifically, they branch out, and I think there's usually like one or two for each element. Let's try Thunder. See if that works. No. Oh, well, it did not work. But they always have high physical defense. Oh wow, my fighters are doing 3 hits now. That's pretty cool. And low elemental damage, or defense, usually to a specific element. Kinda wishing I had stuck around to get that better spell. What am I... Oh. Let's look at green slime. Green slime drops high potions. That's exciting. That's our next level of potion. Weakness to fire or ice. Okay. But if you'll notice, their defense is 255 in comparison to, like, maybe let's look at Garland, which is the only other boss we've fought so far. Where's Garland? Oh, just going right back. Who has a defense of 8. Pirates have no defense. Ogres, which are probably some of the beefier enemies we fought, they get a defense of 10. Green slimes get 255. Weird. I don't know what to make of this. Alternate paths. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna wander around this cave for a little bit until we find something. Ooh, ghouls and zombies. A chance to use Dia again. Exciting. We've seen use of that spell for a little bit. Oh, fuck. Yeah, paralyzing attacks. That's dumb. But they also go down pretty easy. So that's cool. Yay! Okay. Yep, nothing else over here. Gargoyles. They're definitely new. Holy shit! They do incredible amounts of damage to my mages. That is not fair. Let's see. I'm gonna try and rely on sleep again. Fighters can take hits now. Yeah, there we go. And one goes down in a round of combat, so that's not bad. Still ridiculously strong. That's incredible. Boom. Let's see, where am I supposed to be going? This must be a completely different map setup than the other second floor we found. Why would they do that, I wonder? Oh, wow. That is a treasure chest. Boy, that is a giant treasure chest. I'm going to save here just in case that's also a giant trap. Oh, it's got a broadsword in it, which we already have. Why are the chests that big? Jeez, it seems a little unnecessary. Maybe overcompensating for something. So we picked up a broadsword, that's cool. Oh, here's another one. Some gil. 680 is an oddly specific number, but okay. So this is a completely separate area that exists just to, like, sidetrack you, I guess? Seems a little silly, but... I mean, I guess you could find the broadsword and gil. That's nice, but... I don't know. Seems a little pointless. Yeah, this doesn't connect to that other second floor that we found at all, it seems like. Huh. Well, okay, that was an interesting little sidetrack. And back over here to the other stairs. It is interesting that specifically the encounter rate is so low in this area, where everywhere else, pretty much, it's been incredibly high. Oh, another giant treasure chest. A dagger, that's cool, because I'm pretty sure I bought one, but I guess not. Dagger is better. Where did that dagger go? Maybe I accidentally sold it. So now my mage will be a little bit stronger. Oof. I guess you guys don't have to attack. You should defend them. Sleep continues to prove itself to be like one of the most useful. Oh, god damn it! One of the most useful spells, which is cool. You got 4 hits off on that guy. That was pretty cool. I wonder why that was. If I understood the hit calculation a little bit better. Or at all, I suppose. Okay, let's see if we can't heal these guys. Maybe there'll be like a legit save point. No, because you can only use the sleeping bags when you're outside, it says in the tool or the item description. There's the staircase up. Oh, okay. Actually, it should be noted that there is no formation positioning other than where they are in the order, and I don't think that really matters. What? They recover health? That's weird. Later on in the series, there'll be like a front row and a back row. Front row units do more damage or have access to more attacks, weapon-wise, from the front row, but are more commonly targeted by enemies. Back row units do reduced damage with certain weapons, but have a higher defense. So most people prefer to have front row fighters, back row mages. Kind of a setup. Got an antidote, that's nice. There's another thing with a already looted chest. Ooh, more people I can use Dia on. So exciting. Love it. These are all old enemies, though. I mean, like, I guess not all of them. The gargoyles are new, but the skeletons we fought before, the werewolves and the wolves we fought before, ghouls and zombies we've seen before. Chest has money in it. This one is already open, which is a little bit strange. Let's see, what are you guys? So, ghouls. Pretty normal. Their weakness is fire and Dia. Resistant to everything else, because obviously they're undead. What else do we have? Gargoyles. You just resist quake. Traditionally, enemies that are flying, or I guess in this game it looks like things that are on the water, are resistant to quake because it only affects things that are standing on the ground. And it looks like that holds true for this game. Okay, that's where the dagger was. God, this place is awful. It's confusing as heck. Oh, gosh. This is annoying. Wait, that's the staircase back up. Missing something? Oh, there's a gray ooze. That's new. I wonder if it's also linked to fire. Ha! Smash that tarantula with a hammer. Doesn't look like it. It's fucking strong though. Oh! It also doesn't have the incredible defense that the other guy does. Green ooze. It's weak against only lightning. It has a much higher attack. Holy crap, 30 is serious. Not a very high defense, though. That's really strange. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do, because this is already getting annoying. I am going to pause the recording and figure out what it is I am supposed to be doing here, and then I will get to doing that, because I'm pretty sure there's only so much of this I can do and still be interesting. So, we're gonna pause it, and then we'll pick it back up again after this battle. After these messages. Alright, so we will see you back here when I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Hey guys, so I had a bit of bad luck while I was trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be going. Whitney ended up dying, so I ended up having to run all the way back to town because of course I don't have Phoenix Downs with me because of course Phoenix Downs are entirely too expensive. Luckily, in this time we've gathered up a little nice tidy sum of money which will allow us to grab a couple of defensive stuff for our mages, which should help with the whole dying thing. And I will be able to at least get them. That's armor instead of a shield, I guess. Oh, copper armlet is her armor now, instead of clothes. We gotta figure that one out. So I'm able to buy a couple more things. I guess I'll, out of my way, Elfman. I'll take a peek at the white magic. Maybe there's a better healing spell that might be useful at least. If I remember correctly, weapons weren't that impressive. Yes, not impressive. And yeah. So I think I'm thinking I'll actually oh, how clever. Here lies Link, because Zelda and Nintendo. And also this is Elfheim, and Link looks like an elf. You are so funny. Well played, Squaresoft. Ah, Kira, here we go. And Diara. Both of these are going to be useful. We have found out. Little HP to all. This is fire damage by half. I haven't really found those to be very useful as of yet, because I haven't found any enemies that have elemental damage as a primary damage source. Let's see what else we got here. Fire and Thundara. So next level. Oh god damn it! So close. Okay, so we got Fire. That's at least cool. That we'll be able to dish out a little bit of extra damage. So what I'm thinking is I'll actually call the episode here. I will try and figure out where I'm supposed to be going in the Marsh Cave, and then we can pick it up next week. As always, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully this was a little bit more interesting than last time. And yeah, we'll see you back here next week. Or not next week, but next episode. Okay, bye.